Oh fuck. Ooh. Oh, I'm so sorry. Fuck. Took me by surprise. Sorry, I got my neck.
Coming for a photo and stay.
Oh my god, I love this. Hold on. You look like Mark Zuckerberg. You look like Mark Zuckerberg. Short head.
You believe this is the only universe. It's not just...
Oh my god. Oh my god. Is that who I think it is? Oh my god, it's Jason Statham with hair. I thought he never had any hair. I thought he was just hairless. Oh my god, that's so cool. Sorry, I'm just basking in the moment. Alright, senpai, you can come out now.
Fuck.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
It just closed the
I
door.
fucking can't.
Go that way.
Go upstairs, go upstairs.
Upstairs too. Upstairs closet or
No,
something.
it's not gonna count. Don't take a picture, it's not gonna work. Keep running.
Taking a picture of you? You just kidding me. He's going around the
You got him. Fuck. Alright, we'll see you on the other side. Oh my god. I knew this was gonna happen. Oh, it's a fire hydrant. Man, that's embarrassing.
Oh, that was traumatic. I never want to go in that room again.
Yeah, that dark room can fuck off. How expensive it is to install lights in your freaking industry building.
I don't know if this is an industry building. I think this is more of a mine.
Imagine having to go to work in total darkness. That would suck ass.
Whisper, please.
Mining away.
Alright, so I'm gonna start grabbing some branches and some stones. Oh, there's stone.
Am I in?
Give someone money, major pog. Yeah, dude. Give me
I wonder
free
if I
money.
can do it now. I've been practicing my part-time phrase, but I'm not quite there yet, I think. Hold on.
No, that's actually pretty on point.
Thank you. So you can say it's pretty pog. Alright, I'll
I
stop.
don't want to say
I'll
that.
stop. I'll stop. Oh no, really? Are you fucking serious? I'm so ashamed. I ran into a wall. I ran into a fucking wall. Hi Vince. I ran into a fucking wall. How are you doing? I ran into a fucking wall. I think Michael needs a bit of, he needs to cool down. I think he might have lost the plot here. Are you okay, Michael? Do you need some assistance? Yeah, I think he has no head. I'm surprised nobody got horribly burnt. Hold on, is he eating that with the skin? No. You don't do that. You just don't. Unless you're a pirate in the Sea of Thieves. Hey you. Enjoying the video so far. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And hit that bell as well. It really helps. Thank you so much. And now on with the show. I'm going to stand the clown to deliver flowers to my partner. Do you think that will be a romantic gesture? How's that for a huge brain? The new JeffyBed bobbleheads. Coming soon to a shop near you. Why is this so funny?
Here is My Name is Herbert by my good friend Jupiter.
My name is Herbert. I got a bird shirt. I'm licking sherbert. And I go chirp, chirp, chirp.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you can, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at those names down.
Wow. I mean, if I was in space, I would press the eject button right now to make the suffering end. Thank you, Vincent, for the video. We will be starting shortly. Thank you for your patience. Why do you do this? Why? My disappointment is gigantic. Yeah, there's no outline on this thing. Or is it because of the backfill? Oh dear lord. One button. So I think we're ready. This looks great. And once I get more money, I can make a patio and shit outside.
About the top 10 scariest secret messages.
Hi. Good morning. I'm up. I'm up. At least I think I'm up. Maybe this is a dream. Maybe this is a dream. Who the hell knows at this point? Hope you slept well. I did. Alright, let's say good morning to some of you. Good morning, Sky. Hey, Silver, good morning. Hi, Miku. How are you doing today? Hi, Lawrence. What's up? And thank you. I do like this outfit myself. It's a bit more, it's not much of a morning outfit now, is it? Hold on, let me show you. It's more of a... It's more of a clubbing outfit, but I had not worn it in so long. So I said to myself, you know what? Let's use it today. Because, you know, why not? Why can't I look fabulous in the morning? Is that not allowed? Is that not allowed? Although, you can't really see my eyebrows right now, so if I'm doing the eyebrow thing, you don't see it. Agreed, Lawrence. Agreed. Yeah, the hair was provided by my friend, Miss Agent Fox. She's a great 3D modeler, an artist, and friend. She's pretty cool. She also provided the hair to one of my other models. The one with the really long hair. Yeah. I think I have too many outfits. But I guess that's not the problem now, is it? I'm probably gonna be working on a new one soon. Just trying to get some inspiration for it first. Oh, that's awesome news, Miku. I mean the vaccine, not the bad arm part. Thank you, Omega. You're too kind. So I'm trying the full VR tracking setup this morning. Hopefully I will not fly up into the sky again. And if I do, I'll just adjust it. Can't really do much. Yeah, I mean, it's a side effect. But, you know, it's a small price to pay to dodge neurological issues from COVID down the line. Because that's the thing. It's not exactly COVID that scares me. It's what comes around it and what comes after. Some people say that it increases your chances of stroke. Oh God. Where did I go? Can I come back now? Did my tracking just die? Yeah, my head thing. That's funny. Alright. Give me a sec. I jinxed myself by saying that I wanted to try the tracking, so now I guess this is me in the morning. Okay, let's try to fix it. Why am I... Oh, I see. My left tracker turned off, so they went, wait, I need this left-hand tracker. I need it. So, it... Oh, the battery is low. Man, I thought I charged that. Alright then, guess not. Guess the plug must not have been too good. Alright, are we back or not? Yeah, I think we're back. Yeah, I plugged it in, but I don't think I pushed it in all the way. So it probably did not even register as charging. So I guess I kinda effed myself here. Alright, so... That's why I have tracker battery banks on my straps. So that if something like this happens, I can just go boop, plug it in. And I have 7 extra hours of emergency power. So, it's important for a 12-hour stream, but it's also a good thing to have on normal streams in case I fuck up my charging. So I'll have to pay special attention to this one. You know, that's a feature of my VR tracking in VC phase that I do not enjoy. In Suva, if I lose tracking, the thing stops moving where it was last pitched up. My other trackers don't immediately go to fill their place, which makes no sense. It's like, why should my head tracker decide to go to my hand tracker to fill in the blank? It's dumb. It makes no sense. Oh well. I guess that's what you get. It's the downside of having facial tracking, is that I have to use 2 software instead of 1. Well, I mean 3. So that it all feeds into VC Face. When I was using Suva, I just needed Suva, and that was it. Now I need VC Face, VMC, for Dio. And if one of them decides to kick the bucket, it can impact my tracking quality pretty bad. Oh well, at least I prefer this problem to arrive while I'm chilling and talking, and not while I'm in the middle of a game. Yeah, I mean, the Twixter needed a buff. I'm just curious to see what buff they did give him. Also, it's funny. I see you these days, Caro, but only when there's Dead by Daylight news. So you're like my Dead by Daylight news correspondent. We now go into Caro in the news. What's the Dead by Daylight scoop? Right, I'm gonna go take a look at it because I'm curious. Alright, let's see. So they increased his movement speed while throwing knives. Okay. And they increase his maximum and minimum movement speed while throwing knives. So redoing his power is also much faster. Okay, that's not too bad. They remove the spread on thrown knives. And they greatly reduce recoil. Oh my god. Yeah, that might be a bit too much. Because you could still play with the recoil. And they increase the laceration decay timer. Alright, so it's coming into the next patch. It's not coming soon. I'm not sure. I think that makes him really strong. Because if he loses less speed while chasing, and he's more accurate with his knives, that means he can probably down someone really, really quickly now. So this is probably going to be an overtune. But we'll see. But yeah. I'm curious to see how well that's going to play against. Or is this going to become a sea of tricksters? I mean, that could be good. At least people would get their money's worth. Alright, hold on. I'll send these over to a friend of mine who bought the expansion. There we go. Thanks for the heads up, Jero. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Jero. Thank you. And that's the news guy. So now you can go back to drawing. Alright, so what the fuck am I playing today? I'm hesitating between The Sims 4 and No Man's Sky. I feel like I need to give these games another look on stream. The question now is, which one do I want? Because on my Sims game, I'm trying to max out my Sims career and also upgrade all my furniture and trying also to meet Mr. Right so I can start a family in the game, not in real life. So I don't know. No Man's Sky, I also need to furnish my new base I built. And also I need to start exploring. So it's a bit of both are equally tempting. And there's a little sneaky part of me that goes, you should buy Outriders. Buy it. Buy it right now. Which I know is not logical, because the game's not really playable right now. It crashes. It lags. So I'm waiting for... Yeah, I mean, I did it on purpose. But, I mean... That's the thing though. I'm waiting for them to post a dev update so we can see what they're planning to do to address these things. And if I don't like the answer of it, I'm not gonna buy it. But if I find they're working hard on it and taking active, quick steps, I'm gonna buy it. Because I have 22% off code on Greenman Gaming for it. So that makes it a little bit less of a hassle. Yeah, I mean, if I play this guy, I'm going to have this on an SSD. So the loading will be irrelevant. So yeah, for now, Lawrence, we're just chatting. Because I'm still not sure which game I want to play. Oh. Hey, Mobfox, thank you so much for the follow, welcome. Alright, so... a little update on my tracking experiments. I have... There's a... Oh. Cuteness is illegal. Don't shoot. I'm innocent. Although very fashionable. Oh. Thanks, Kara. Got it. Thank you for spending Federation credits, you bad lad. Alright, I'll have to be careful then. I'll have to be careful, Fox. Alright, so I've done some more experiments on my tracking setup. And it feels like both my new facial tracking and my finger tracking causes some form of infrared interference with my VR tracking. So I get a little bit of disruption from the facial tracker. And I get a little bit more bugs from the finger tracker. And if I use both of them together, my tracking goes wonky bananas. But it's a little bit of a pearlescent sheen coming. Although, unlike my Suva model, which is an FBX model, this is a VRM. It does not allow for the nice little glitter shader I had on it. So it's not as nice as it was. But it's still pretty awesome. It's a clubbing outfit for when I go dancing in VR chat. But I think it still fits here. Although, for a morning outfit, it's a bit too involved. Well, that's fine. I wanted to wear it today, so I did. And yes, I do have my morning iced coffee right with me right now. Cheers. It's not as good as actual iced coffee, but iced decaf coffee is still plenty good. Yes, thank you for understanding, Keme. Because if I only had to wear morning outfits in the morning streams, that would severely limit my fashion. Alright, so, as I was saying, if I use my facial tracking, I don't get that many disruptions, or it doesn't start being a problem until a little bit later. So I only have to do... I get these sometimes. So I move around a bit. That's it. I'll probably pop back up at some point. So I feel like adjusting it is just going to make it worse. So as long as I'm somewhat in the screen, I'm not gonna bother fixing it anymore. I'll just pretend my camera's going, sending me up and down. Ah, thank you, Lawrence. Yeah, it took me a while to get adjusted as well, because at first I thought it might have looked a bit weird. But you get used to it. And also, I'm learning to compensate for its weaknesses by enunciating a bit more. Because otherwise the tracking gets a bit confused. Yeah, I guess the camera wants me to be on the ground. What am I feeling to play today? Well, as I said, I am hesitating between The Sims 4 and No Man's Sky. Both have things I want to do things in. So as I said also, hi David. Well, I will do no such thing. But yeah, I want to see if I can start a family in The Sims 4 and finish upgrading my main sim. And I want to see if I can finish building my base in No Man's Sky. So there's something to do on each side. I'm just not sure what I want to do exactly. Alright, so that's the thing. I can try plugging my finger tracking again to see if I lose tracking even more, because I lose tracking probably around... There's a glitch every 30 minutes or so. without my finger tracking, and I guess it goes down to 15 minutes if I use my finger tracking. Alright, let's see. What happens if I try plugging this back in? What happens? Am I going to go back into the sky again? Alright, hold on. Let me check. So... Alright, that seems to be working. Am I flying up into the air? No, okay. Well then. What outfit is my favorite? Alright, can you ask me that in DMs, guy? Because I'm a bit busy right now, sorry. Yeah, so the thing with the finger tracking is that it doesn't pick up automatically, so you have to put your hands in front of it so it can detect it. And it's not perfect. So if I try to do things, sometimes it doesn't necessarily detect it. So the trick is you have to put your hands up in front of it and then you have to do the move. That's the trick. And the thing with having only the finger tracker to control your arms and hands like a lot of VTubers use is that sometimes the tracking is all over the place. But if you only use it for your finger, that gets compensated. So, I mean, it works. Sometimes. I don't know why sometimes the tracking gets really, really awful. And other times it's working perfectly. Now it's working okay. I'm still down in the ground. So I'm not exactly sure when that's going to come back. But I know the second I move myself in a better position, I'm going to go back up. And now I'm going to have my hands up in the air. It's going to be annoying. So I'm just not going to bother. I'll just let the tracking do whatever it wants. As long as I'm facing forward and not too up in the air, that should be fine. I mean, some people actually stream with the camera at this height, so I think that's fine. But yeah. Alright, Sims 4 or No Man's Sky. What do I want to do? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was, the stream was fun. The collab was enjoyable. I always like playing with my friends Whisper, Senpai, and Akuna. But, my tracking was effed. My keyboard was effed. I had to reboot my whole PC to fix it. And then, well, I did not play that well in Dead by Daylight afterwards after we stopped playing GTFO. So, I don't know. There are streams like this. Hey Super, what's up? Aren't you supposed to be in school? I'm going to report you to your teachers. Just kidding. I still can't wait. Yeah, I have to go very exaggerated. And even then it doesn't work. Yeah, it's like if I send them a video and it's just like this screen, me going, we have to talk. One of your students is not paying attention. He's right over there. Yes, this one. Well, I mean, that's a worthwhile project, Keme. Don't let me distract you from it. Alright, so it's how I always feel weird talking about school because it's been so long since I graduated. So I graduated high school in summer of 2002. I graduated trade school in 2008. So it's been a while. So my most recent school environment was over 13 years ago. And the other one was almost 20 years ago, so... I'm old. Well, I mean... I don't miss high school. It was a pit of despair and bullying. But... higher learning is actually pretty fun. It's a very social and learning experience because you get to hang out with your friends, you get to learn things. You're actually going to school because you want to. Whoop, there goes the tracking. Alright, where am I going this time? Alright, that's a little bit better. Tracking went off, back on, and now I got a little bit higher up. Yay. Now, I don't think a lot of people miss high school. Oh, wait. Wait, I know who misses high school. People who peaked in high school. Like the top cheerleader, the top jock of the football team. They remember high school fondly, because that's when they were at their best. Hey, good morning, Wondering. How have you been? It's been a hot minute. I mean, if you're having fun with it, Super, don't let us stop you. It's just that once you get to college or university or trade school, that's where the actual fun begins. Oh yeah, yesterday's tech issues were annoying. And also I had some weird chest spasms on my right side, which was a less intense version of the chest spasms I was having like 6 months ago. The one that was in the middle of my chest were a bit more scary. At first I thought it was acid reflux, but turns out it's just stress and dietary related. I was not getting enough potassium, so I have to be more careful about my diet. Eat more veggies, less meat. Yeah, it's important, because this feeds into another subject I wanted to talk about. Learning how to cook is important, incredibly important, because that means not only do you get to pick and choose what you eat, you also get to make tasty meals. That is a fraction of the price of fast food. So it's a good skill to learn, and I've been trying to learn more how to cook in my spare time in this, because now that I'm full-time content creation, I set my own hours. So that gives me more free time to also work on myself, not only my content. But even then, I still need to work more on my content. I need to start doing more YouTube videos. That's one of the main reasons why I went full-time, because I could still stream 4 days a week while I was working my day job, but I did not have enough time to record videos. So I need to start doing that, and I will. Starting Monday, I'm going to start recording videos that will be exclusive to YouTube, as well as keeping up with my Patreon vlogs, which I've been trying to keep up with, but it's been difficult. Motivation is always an issue, so you have to make your best attempt, and you have to keep doing it. And that's good, Super. But try to think healthier. I mean, French fries is a good skill to learn, but you can think about other ways to prepare potatoes, like making a nice mashed potato with some spices. That's good. Or maybe just baking them in the oven to get a light toast on them. without having to douse them in oil. So I feel like that's a good compromise. Oven-baked potatoes can be crispy, tasty, and well seasoned, without having to eat all that oil. I mean, that's a start, Lawrence. But you're in luck. There's never been an easier time to learn how to cook than right now. YouTube is full of informative videos that allows you to learn how to cook in many different ways. There's even some basic videos by Gordon fucking Ramsay. And there's also basics with Babish that are very helpful. And there's other videos like the channel, the Joshua Wiseman. He shows us a lot of different ways to prepare some more simple foods. And some less simple ones, of course. Hey, good morning, Shiro. What's up? I'm saying this because I feel like a lot of money these days gets wasted by too much takeout, as well as too much Uber Eats. Man, that thing's expensive. It used to be so cheap, but they made us rely on it, and then they just jacked up the price. We fell for it. Hey, Zane. Good morning. Yeah, so you're going to have an even better time of it, Lawrence. Italian cooking is one of this planet's most exquisite food. Well, that and Greek food as well. Whoop, Rodney's about to go down, and I'm down again. Yeah, I'm just gonna work around it. Yeah, steak is not too bad to make. Although, grilling a steak is nice. But pan-searing it can also be good, because then after that you get to put butter in the pan and you get to baste the steak with it. There's a few tricks about that I think you would probably enjoy. Who doesn't like butter? Hey Snake, good morning. Ah, thank you. Fashion. Yeah, blame this on my new chair. I guess my new gaming chair hates me. So I'm gonna be moving around a bit more. Because, long story short, my new facial tracking causes interference with my VR trackers that tracks my body. And if I add my finger tracking, it adds a little bit more. So it's gonna be a little bit more stuffed. But so far, I love that siren. It's big spooky hours. Thanks, Snake, for the Silent Hill siren. I love Silent Hill. I'm still very angry at Konami for not making more Silent Hill games. Right, from the best sound effect to the worst. How dare you, Snake? How dare you? Well, I mean, I'm not a fan of sirens myself, wondering, but this one has a big meaning to me. Because it comes from one of my favorite game series. And that could make a mashup, Devin. The honk siren, which is that siren mixed with the honking in the background in echoes. I do some audio editing, so I could do it. Besides, I made the Omega honk from the sound redeems myself. Yeah, it fucking breaks my heart. Man, Kojima and Silent Hills would have been so fucking awesome. And now, I mean, we got Death Stranding instead, which is still pretty nice, but it's no Silent Hill. I mean, I don't think I practiced it too much after someone told me my pod phrase was good. Is that plug enough? Okay. Alright. So, I have a sneaking suspicion that there might be a new Silent Hill game in the future. The dev for the game The Medium said that they were working on a very, very big project and that people would freak out. And Konami has started doing collaborations in certain games, like Dead by Daylight. So I feel like they're trying to ramp up interest in the series again. So we might see it at some point. Maybe. So I'm not holding my breath. I mean, I could. Hold on. Is Silent Hill out yet? No. Watch. I tried. I mean, yeah. I do hope they make a sequel. But I also want them to make an actual Silent Hill game. Although I wish we could get the original theme from the first 4 games back. Team Silent was pretty pod, as we say. So I would like them to make another game. Right, so you mean me like doing a little bit of about game headlines, Lawrence? I mean, I kinda do that already. I like looking at the tech headlines before I get started. Yeah, Alien News Network. Man. I like the... Yeah, I like the sound of that, wondering. Now I just need to make a special overlay where you have little news stickers in the bottom when I'm in the newsroom. This just in. No, wait, hold on. This just in. You are all cuties. And now back to you. Oh yeah, that's a mouthful. That's an unfortunate typo now, is it, wondering? Alright, I'll stop. Alright, let's look at tech news while we're here. It's fine, I know, wondering, it's the morning. And you were very excited. Alright, so... Alright, where's my keyboard? Okay. Alright, tech news. Let's see. PS5 exclusive Deathloop has been delayed again until September 14th. I don't know what that game is. Let's see. Apple and Epic lays out strategies for their upcoming court battle. I still can't believe they're fighting. What a waste of time. Alright, some phone news. Someone retweeted the Pokemon intro, but with stock footage. That looks cursed as fuck. Apple and Epic. Devin. Yeah, that's the problem, guys. Some tablets are less expensive, but you get some problems with your tracking in exchange. Hey, Zach, what's up? I'm doing good. What about you? How's your Thursday morning going? Apparently, Halo Master Chief Collection on Xbox now supports keyboard and mouse. So that's good news for your keyboard users on Xbox. But I wonder what type of setup you need to have to get a comfortable setup for that. And I could probably make it work. But I'm not sure I have enough real estate on my desk. Because I would need 2 sets of keyboards and mouse. I've said that before, Lawrence, and it's been forever immortalized in clip form. Alright, let's see, what else? Oh yeah, Twitch did something. They will now ban people for harassment, even if it doesn't happen on Twitch itself. So they have a team now that monitors your social medias. So if you receive a report for harassing people off stream, they will take a look at your social medias. So I guess that's going to get some people accountable finally. Because there's a few streamers that are very toxic and keep sending their fans over to other people to fuck them up. So it's good that we can now have liability, but then again, it's Twitch we're talking about. So they're probably going to screw it up. They've let me down before, and I feel like they will let me down again. Oh, I mean, super. You know that dogs don't care about their birthdays. They're just dogs. They're just happy to be here. Animal birthdays are celebrated for the people in the life, not the actual doggos. So just, I don't know, give her a big meal or something and she'll be happy. Yeah, I got that email as well, Garenda, which prompted me to talk about this. So I think Mother's Day is coming up. So I'm probably gonna have to get something for my host mother. And also my real mother back home. But I'm stuck on this planet. And the communication relay outside the solar system is not built yet. It's still getting built. So I can't really send messages. I wonder if I can get clearance to leave this planet if they test me for COVID before I leave. But then again, that means I would be unable to stream for a few days while I make the trip home and then back again. So I'm not sure I'm ready for that. Taking a week off of streaming would be, well, it would probably shoot me in the foot. Because if there's something I learned about Twitch and streaming in general, is that if you stop streaming for a day, it's not too bad, but if you stop streaming for a week, your people forget you, and you lose like half your viewers. People move on. So it's important to keep that in mind. If you have a stream schedule, you have to stick with it. Yeah, it's also a possibility, Sky. You might want to try that. Oh yeah, so if I ever decide to go back home, I'll do it, but I'll give you some warning beforehand so you can get ready for a week of no Jeffy content. I'll be off planet. But yeah, maybe I'll get lucky and they'll finish working on the communication relay. So even if I go back home, I'll be able to at least send some messages from time to time. Like, you know, keep you updated, send you pretty pictures. That would be fun. I know I would enjoy it. Not sure if you guys would, but I know I would. Also, here's the thing. If you have a Facebook account, there's a big chance it might have been compromised. There's been like 500 million Facebook accounts that have had their emails and phone numbers leaked. So you might want to take a look. Because if it is, you might want to change your information or get that information off Facebook. Yeah, it's fucked up. So there's a way to look if you've been compromised or not. 500 millions, half a billion. So if you want to know if you've been hacked or if your email has been leaked by one of the thousands of data breaches on the internet, here's my recommendation. Go take a look at this website. Have I been phoned? Enter your email and they will look in over 100,000 databases to see if your email is part of the breaches. Because there's a lot of them. So using this to know if your email is compromised, and also keeping a different password for everything, is also a safe way to keep your account safe. Because the thing is, if you use your same email and password everywhere, it only takes one breach. It only takes one breach to fuck up all your accounts. So that's important. No. This is made by a big security firm. And it's been recommended by a lot of security engineers. But no, Lawrence, that's the thing. Even if you don't have a Facebook account, I still want you to go try out that website and put your email in. Because you might not have been breached in the Facebook breach. But there's a lot of breaches. Like for example, if I put my old email address, which I'm not going to show right now, in it, I've got my email address is in 13 data breaches. Oh, thank you, Aspina. So my old Cafe Press account got compromised, my old Dungeons and Dragons Online account got compromised, my Last.fm account, my MySpace account, and my XSplit account. So it's dangerous, because that means my email and the password for that website are now on the internet, and people will try to get in. So it's important to make sure that you know which of your accounts have been compromised so you can change your password. And also, most importantly, put two-factor authentication on your account. That's important. Yeah. So keep an eye on that. And change your passwords. And try maybe using a password manager. Because in that way, they get to manage your passwords. And they're all very safe. Although if the password manager gets compromised, then you're effed. But still, that's much harder to do. Because they're in the business of protecting that information. Yeah. That's good then, Super. That's good. If your email is in too many breaches, I feel like maybe making a new email and transferring all your accounts to it. And also changing your passwords. And most importantly, adding two-factor authentication to all your accounts that allow it is probably the safest thing you can do. And if the choice is offered in between using like Google authentication or phone number authentication, always use the app because phone numbers can be compromised. People pretending to be you will call your phone company and say, oh, I'm getting a new phone, can you transfer the SIM card to my new phone? And then they get control of your phone. They try to log in. The keyword is sent to the mobile number. They receive it, and then your account's gone. That's called SIM swapping, and it's scary. So if, in order of safety, you have passwords which are not very safe, then you have two-factor authentication by phone, which is safer but not too safe. And then you have application authentication, which is even safer. And if you want the most safe thing, you have two-factor authentication with a physical token, as in a little dongle that you press and get the code from. That's the safest. Now I'm still thinking it over, Lawrence. Wait, what do you mean? I mean, yeah, Governor. Sometimes they'll send a code to your phone number to make sure it's you, which is much safer than a password. But the thing is, if your phone number gets breached, you can get SIM swapped, as I said. But the thing is, it's a hassle. Most hackers will just move on to easier targets. So the thing is, your account will never be 100% safe. But the thing to deter hackers is that you have to make yourself an appealing target. So trying to put these things on will just make the hacker go, you know what, fuck this, I'm gonna go hack someone else. Because if they want to spend time hacking you, they will get in, eventually. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. So the only thing saving you is you making yourself an appealing target. So that's why some big celebrities keep getting hacked. Because there's some very dedicated hackers that just spend days tracking their passwords or doing social engineering to get their phone numbers. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, Aspino. You never know what you'll get on a JeffyBed stream. Hell, even I don't know what's going to happen. I like to live dangerously. I don't even know anymore, Ospino. I don't even know anymore. But yeah, so that's an important thing to look at, to make sure that you're safe. Alright, let us know what happens, Ospino. If you survive your trip, that is. Alright, so... Ooh, what do I play today? No Man's Sky. Sims 4. Whoop. Come back, Tracker. Sims 4. No Man's Sky. I don't know. Oh, Jesus. Holy moly. Vivo-san. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. I am JeffyBed the Alien. Pleased to meet you. I'm a Vtuber that loves fashion, games, and humans since July 2018. Welcome. I stream variety. How's that for an elevator pitch? Hi, Loyalist. Hi, Vio-san. Hi, Cappy. How are you all doing? Hi, Red. Am I gonna get stabbed? Hey, Lunar Discordant. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Thank you, Wondering. That's the thing people need to do more when they get raided. They need to give the elevator pitch so people know what you're about. Did you know that most people leave a raid after 5 to 10 seconds? So you have to be quick about it. Hi, Sparky, what's up? No, it's fine. It's fine. If they stab me, they stab me. So if it happens, I'll just go, ah. Do I look like a Namekian? Do Namekians have stripes? Or hair, for that matter? It keeps happening. People either say, oh look, a Namekian, or, oh look, it's Shrek. Do I look like Shrek? Shrek has no hair either. What is this? Yeah, Namekians are bald. How are you doing, Red? Also, hi, Alpha. Yeah, but then again, they should call me Fiona instead. But no, it's always Shrek. Why? Yeah, there's also the tubular ears. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good, Alpha. We're trying to figure out what I'm gonna be playing today, so we're just chilling and talking and looking at the gaming news. It's always a question mark in my life. My streams, I mean. I stream 6 days a week. And some days I'm not sure what I'm gonna be playing. Oh, Scanners. Oh yeah, that's an entirely other movie. Wait, you mean the movie? Hey, Stone, what's up? If you want to buy it, Stone, let me know, because I will send you over one of my Green Man Gaming 22% off keys. Rule on this. Oh god, I'm sorry. Thank you for the follow. Oh, the Game Room. I'm not familiar with it. What is it about? Oh, it's a puzzle game. Oh, I did not know that, Alpha. A puzzle game with a Lovecraft theme. I'm not sure if I'm the mood for that. It's an interesting concept, though. Oh yes, Tammy, also. I think that's the most important one. I have glass scleras. Yeah, and you get to keep your progress if you buy the game, Stone. I did not know that either, Alpha. We have a Namekian specialist in here. I mean, no, exactly. Exactly, Super. You need to look at those supply streams that give you an alert, or the websites. They send you a text alert whenever there's graphic cards available, because they get bought by resellers in like 15 seconds. So you have to be very, very quick. Otherwise, you're going to be left going like this, followed by That's my graphic card story. Yeah, it's difficult. And you have more chances of getting a 3060 because the 3070, the 3080 are very, very hard to find. You have more chances of finding a 3090, but that's a bit overkill. Unless you have a very, very big rig to go with it. Oh yeah, expensive. It's expensive. I mean, if you buy it from MSRP sources, so at price on websites when it's available for 15 seconds, you get to pay the regular price for it. But if you use resellers, be ready to pay 3 to 4 times the price, because it's this bad right now. It's awful. The 4040, I don't think exists. I mean, I still have my 1080 Ti, and I hope to freaking Space Jesus that it still works. Because I will not be able to get a replacement, ever. For the next year or two, minimum. So yeah, I mean, there's a 3090, wondering. It's just a very, very big card. With like 21 gigs of video memory. And ludicrous core speeds. And it costs like $1,500 at normal price. So you can imagine how much it goes for right now. The discount is... Alright, let me go check. Greenland Gaming. Where are my vouchers? Yeah, so I have a few codes. I can give you one of the codes for 22% off Stone. And it lasts for 6 more days, 7 hours, 49 minutes. Yeah. So you still have some time. You still have some time. Yeah, I mean, it's... At least look at it this way, Alpha. You can upgrade eventually, but right now it's the worst possible time to do it. Because it's... Prices are ridiculous right now. Yeah, ridiculous. So better to focus on what you have now. And then when COVID is over, we get to actually upgrade our rigs. But since I'll be still working, I mean, I'm trying to do content creation full time. So I can't go around spending thousands of dollars on a whim. Not anymore. That's the upside of having a day job. Is that financial security. Yeah, I told you that, Super. I warned you. It's a very nice thing you've done. But you might be stuck without a card for much longer because of that. Well, I mean, here's the thing, Stone. This is not meant to compete with Warframe. This is not meant to compete with Destiny. This is not even supposed to compete with the Division. Oh, very right, thank you for the follow, welcome. So yeah, so here's the thing. Okay, so they've said multiple times that Outriders is not a game service. It's a game. That's it. So what that means is that they'll release DLC maybe or expansions. But there's no ongoing support and more content being added. So it's the kind of thing you finish the story. You finish the endgame. And then you move on with your life. It's not like Destiny, where you keep playing forever and ever and ever. It never ends. It never ends. So I feel that's kind of refreshing, to be honest. Because there's some games that you can play for longer. Like, for example, MMOs. But sometimes it's fun to just sit down and play 30 hours and actually get to the end of the game and go, that was fun. Yeah, World of Warcraft is the big dead. I mean, it still has a healthy population, but it's nowhere near what it once was. And if you have to pay to an MMO that has a monthly subscription fee, Final Fantasy XIV is where it's at. I'm probably going to return there soon. I know I keep saying it, and I keep getting distracted by other games. but I will be returning to it at some point. Well, I mean... Well... Not really, Stone. You have the option of a basic subscription for one character, which is $2 less per month. That's it. No, you remember correctly, Kame. SSD is a solid-state drive, which is much more performant than HDD. And since it's solid, which means there doesn't need to be any spinning or mechanical parts, they fail less often. You mean World of Warcraft Alpha? Or you mean something else? Yeah, I mean, if you want to get more bang for your buck, Sky, put in your games. Putting your games on an SSD will make a gigantic, huge difference. And if you can even put your operating system on it, as in if you wipe your computer and put your Windows on the SSD, you'll be booting your PC in like 10 to 15 seconds. It's a big upgrade. A huge one. Oh, I mean, Krista is basically like V-Bucks, so it's the same thing. And I think all MMOs offer monthly, annual, or 3-month subscription plans, so that's not very much of a selling point, Stone. Okay, I see, Alpha, I see. So, World of Warcraft. Yeah, no, it never really caught me. I mean, I played a bunch of it a long time ago, but I quit around the Wrath of the Lich King. Yeah, exactly what Super says. Well, I mean, an SSD can be good for everything. It's just that it's a little bit more expensive for the space. But these days, it's much more affordable than it ever was. So, I think it's the cheapest, biggest upgrade you can get for anything, really. Mechanical hard drives are so slow compared to SSD. Although, make sure you read the reviews of the SSD you purchase, because some older SSDs are not that fast. So make sure you look at what your PC or laptop can handle, and then make your research. Oh yeah, no kidding, wondering. Do it now. No, I'm kidding. Well, I mean, do it soon. You'll be so glad you did. Oh yeah, Gavano is right. There's a lot of variety to it. Some SSD are much quicker than others, but even one of the slower SSDs is still much faster than even some of the faster mechanical hard drives. Yep. I'm not even surprised at this point, Keme. Aussies already spend so much money because the conversion rate for electronics is garbage. And you add the whole reseller shortage bullshit, and then your prices go to the moon. Boom, to the moon. I'm not too familiar with them. The name sounds a little bit familiar. But you should read reviews and look at YouTube videos of people talking about the model you're looking to get. There's so many tech reviewers on YouTube. Someone has done the legwork for you. Please look them up. I'm probably sure there's even some guides about which SSD you should get. So just go Best SSD 2021 and somebody got you covered. But I think I heard that name before, wondering, so I think you might be in good hands. And yes, it's crucial you look at reviews. This one's for free. This one's for free. Sorry. I had to. I had to. Such is my life. Such is my life. Still can't wait. Dad, I've got so many puns on my stream, it's starting to affect me. So now I'm doing puns. But I did a few puns during my stream yesterday on my collab. I'm blaming you guys for this. I hope you realize that. Okay, so... No. Elspino was being very memey again. Also, if you want to realize something, Australia has about the same value of currency than Canada, but everything is much more expensive over there because it's much farther away from everything. So, also there's a lot of fucking sirens outside my house today. What the fuck happened? Oh god, don't play killer on console, Merritt. Why do you do that to yourself? It's awful. People just doing 360s and you miss. No, I mean, it doesn't happen that often. At least not where I live. Is it that there's been a lot more than usual today? Yes, it's true, Mega. That reminds me, I need to get my maple syrup drink. Otherwise I'll die. I mean, maple syrup is awesome. And if you put a little dab of it in your iced drink before mixing it, it's incredibly tasty. That's a little life hack for you guys. Maple syrup comes from Canada, Ospino. I think there's a few places in Vermont where it's produced as well. Oh, nice, Alpha. So am I. I'm from Quebec. Or I'm currently in Quebec. What about you? Are you from Alberta? Because if you are, apparently that makes us mortal enemies somehow. Moonlight. Elspino was memeing. Elspino was memeing. Oh, you don't know where it comes from? Maple syrup, Elspino, comes from maple. People during the springtime put little taps in the tree because it comes from the sap of the maple tree. And then the maple sap gets processed into maple syrup. No, actually. We got a pretty good year last year of maple syrup because production, because of the smoother temperatures was actually pretty good. Although there's a group of people trying to regulate maple syrup prices. So we have an actual maple syrup reserve. And a few years ago, there was someone who stole about $5 million worth in the great maple syrup heist. I'm not kidding, it's true. It happened. Some people went to jail for it. Well, I'm not kidding. Alright, let's go look it up. maple syrup heist. Yep, the great Canadian maple syrup heist. Let's go take a look at it. Alright, so let's go here. Alright, the great Canadian maple syrup heist, or in French, vol de sirop d'érable du siècle, is maple syrup heist of the century, is the informal name of a months-long theft between 2011 and 2012 of nearly 3,000 tons of maple syrup valued at $18 million from a storage facility in Quebec. The facility was operated by the Fédération of Québec Maple Syrup Producers, or in French, Fédération des producteurs acéricoles du Québec, who represent 77% of the global maple syrup supply, and have been compared to a cartel. It is. It's a cartel. These fuckers keep the price high on purpose because they keep the supply low. It's on purpose. Adjusted for inflation in 2020, this heist is considered the most valuable in Canadian history. Alright, let's look at the cartel while we're here. In 1966, a group of maple syrup producers in Quebec participated in a joint plan to collectively market maple syrup. This effort inspired the formation of a larger agreement all across Quebec, which became known as the Fédération of Quebec Maple Syrup Producers. The FPAQ maintains a strategic reserve of maple syrup, officially known as the International Strategic Reserve, across multiple warehouses in rural Quebec towns. Over the course of several months between 2011 and 2012, the contents of 9,571 barrels, valued at $18 million in 2011 money, was stolen in a suspected insider job from an FPAQ facility in Saint Louis de Blandford, Quebec. The syrup was stored in unmarked white metal barrels, inspected only once a year. Thieves used trucks to transport barrels to a remote sugar shack, where they siphoned off the maple syrup, refilled the barrels with water, then returned them to the facility. So they were switching barrels of syrup with barrels of water. As the operation progressed, the thieves started siphoning syrup directly off barrels in the reserve without refilling them. Because once again, they got fucking greedy. If they just stopped at that point, nobody would have noticed, and they would have been long gone. The stolen syrup was trucked to the north, to the south in Vermont, in the US, and east to New Brunswick, where it was trafficked in many small batches to reduce suspicion. It was typically sold to legitimate syrup distributors, who were unaware of its origin. In fall 2012, the FPAQ took their annual inventory of syrup barrels. Inspector Michel Gauvreau started climbing up the barrels and nearly fell, expecting 600-pound barrels but finding them to be empty. Police later recovered hundreds of barrels of the syrup from an exporter based in Kedwick, New Brunswick. Between 18 and 20 December 2012, police arrested 17 men related to the theft. Here are the perpetrators. Richard Valliere, accused ringleader, sentenced in April 2017 to 8 years in prison, plus $9 million in fines, with an extension to 14 years if the fines are not paid. Raymond Valliere, father of Richard, convicted of possession. Etienne Saint-Pierre, a New Brunswick-based syrup reseller. Avec Caron, the insider whose spouse owned the FPAQ warehouse. So there was an insider job, sentenced to 5 years in prison plus a $1.2 million fine. Sébastien Jutras, a trucker involved in the transport of stolen syrup, served 8 months in prison. So if you guys want to learn more about it and actually talk with the perpetrators, you can watch it in the Netflix documentary series Dirty Money in season 1, episode 5. So you can watch all about it, and you get to laugh at all our silly accents. So Canadian folk band when Steven wrote a song stealing syrup based on the heist. The theft is also alluded to in the television show Elementary. And there's even a podcast that talks about it. And apparently they're working on a movie. They're working on a movie about it. Yeah, no kidding, Ospina. No kidding. You funny person. But yeah, maple syrup is a big export in Quebec. So they want to keep the price high by managing the supply. But that feels a bit dirty in my opinion. But it worked. Maple syrup like tripled in price when they first got started back in 1970s. And what we do here in Quebec every spring is we go into the countryside to sugar shacks, or as we call them here, cabane à sucre, which is a place where you can get maple syrup meals. So for example, you go over there, you get some eggs, some maple syrup bacon, maple syrup pancakes, and pork rinds. And it's an incredibly tasty tour. And you walk around in the countryside after the meal because you've ate too much. Sugar shacks are very interesting. And I think you have some of those in Vermont. But I'm not sure. But no, yeah, they're not killer shacks, they're sugar shacks. Hey, senpai. How are you doing? Did you hit your head? I see. We were talking about the great Canadian maple syrup heist of 2012. So you just missed that. Yeah, Ospino, the market is artificially inflated. Because if all the strategic reserve was put on sale at the same time, the price of maple syrup would tank. So, yeah. It's funny because, I mean, it's not funny because there's some people that are not in that cartel. They're not in the federation, so they sell their products at lower prices. But apparently the people in the FPAQ are not happy about that, so they make pressure on them and try to drive them out of business. So it's bad. It's really bad. Wait, you never heard about the maple syrup heist in Canada? Someone stole $18 million worth of syrup. I just finished talking about it, but if you're curious, just type in Google the Great Canadian Maple Syrup Heist. You'll see. I'm surprised you did not hear about it over in the US. It was a really big thing. 9,000 barrels were stolen. I mean, it's money at the end of the day. It's all about money. Drugs, maple syrup. Whoop. Come back. Alright. Even exotic animals can also be trafficked. So you have to be careful. Oh look, I'm back to my regular spot. Ah! Man, this tracking makes me travel a lot. Yeah, there's always big stories like this, Ospino. Big events in your country that people outside of it don't know about. So I think that's one of them. Yeah, I kinda want maple syrup as well, Alpha. Oop. Hey, King Wayne, thank you so much for the follow. I guess they also want maple syrup. I'm kidding. Welcome. No, I'm not talking about the Federation in space. I'm talking about the Federation of Quebec maple syrup producers. There's multiple federations. But unlike all other fun stories about big heists, they always get caught because they get too greedy. So they only replace the syrup with water, and they just casually walked out. It would have been fine, but no. They got greedy and started just siphoning off the syrup directly without refilling the barrels. That's how they got caught. That's how they got caught. If they just kept switching it to water and just stopped, it would have been fine. It would have been a mystery. And people would have been wondering what the fuck happened to this day. I mean, it's a classic trick, Alpha. It's a classic trick. Yeah, I like reading those stories because there's always some very interesting things that people do to get away with theft. Like incredible daring casino heists, bank heists. Hey, welcome back, Lawrence. I mean, that's a good news, Alpha. Alcohol addiction is no joke. So you always have to be careful about that. So can't believe we're already 42 followers away from 2,900. This is nuts. Thank you so much for the support. It means a lot to me. Because I work hard for this. And I'm glad people are wanting to watch me. Heck, I'm still even surprised people are here in the first place. Are you allergic to alcohol, Alpha? Wait, what? So, if you drink alcohol, you get drunk for weeks. Some people would like to have your problem. I personally don't. Being drunk makes me incredibly sleepy. So I don't like the effect of alcohol on my body. Some people can drink it and be like, woo, party! But when I drink it, I'm like, what? So, I don't like it. I drink from time to time though. Because, you know, in a social setting, having a beer once in a while is fine. But more than that, it just defeats the purpose. Oh, I see, Alpha. Yeah, no, that's no good. Yeah, alcohol can really fuck up your life if you let it. So I'm glad you stopped. I'm glad you stopped. But the thing with stopping alcohol if you drink it too much is you can't quit cold turkey, because it will kill you. Alcohol withdrawal is no joke. That's a funny way to put it, Stone. Well, I mean, it's probably your body telling you to not fall down that rabbit hole again, Alpha. And honestly, I feel like that's a good thing. Alcohol clearly was not helping you at all. I'm glad you learned that lesson before it was too late. Because many people don't. And alcohol kills them. Good. Keep it up, Alpha. Keep it up. The first year is the toughest. So if you can get through 1 year sober, you're already off to a great start. Hey, Sawada, thanks so much for the host. How are you doing? Thank you. Well, I mean, you have to be more mindful of it, wandering. Don't exaggerate. You'll be fine. I'm doing good, Sawada. I'm doing good. How have you been? It's been a hot minute. But yeah. So alcohol is not for everyone. And if you can't handle it or drink too much, or use it as a crutch, this is dangerous behavior. And you have to be careful. It's like, I'm part of the VR chat community. And unfortunately, there's a lot of drinking in there. And some people don't know their limits. It will not be unusual to see someone on the floor on Saturday nights. because they just drank too much. So it's dangerous. People need to be more careful. Yeah, turns out stopping people from drinking alcohol just made it even more interesting to people, Lawrence. Yeah, there's medicine you can take to make yourself puke from alcohol. It's like it gives you an alcohol allergy. It works for people who are hopelessly addicted. But it's still dangerous. I'm more likely to drink energy drink at a party than alcoholic beverage. If I have to be honest. I want energy. I don't want the sleepies. Yeah, then that also can be a problem, wondering, because that's a mixed shit ton of sugar over time, so you have to be careful with that. Yeah, that's the most dangerous way to consume alcohol, wondering. I mean, Alpha. Alcohol must be consumed slowly, if ever, or at all. Yeah, that's really bad. That's really, really bad, Alpha, because you overwhelm your liver. And your liver just gives up the ghost. So that's really dangerous. That's really dangerous. But yeah, you're not made to drink alcohol. Alcohol is not for you, Alpha. I know it was not recent, but still, my point still stands. Some people even have a genetic predisposition to alcoholism, so you have to be careful for that as well. I have that problem in my family, so I always have to be careful. I mean, I drink maybe once every 6 months, so I don't think I'm in trouble here. And I'm also an incredibly cheap date. I'll drink 2 beers and be okay, and tipsy. And if I drink 1 beer too quick, I'll be tipsy from 1 beer. And since I'm older now, if I go to sleep, I'll wake up hungover the next day from 1 beer. Yeah, that's a bit sad, isn't it? Well, I mean, that depends, I know. Alpha was a habitual drinker, so his tolerance must have been up. Yeah, I think that's a good thing, Wal. Because if your family is predisposed to alcoholism, you might derail your whole life because of that. And honestly, who has time for that? Who has time for that? Alcohol can be so stupid. It costs money, and it fucks up your life. What's the upside? You get less inhibitions. Is that worth it though? Oh, if I drink this, I get to act like a buffoon and wake up on the roof of my house, shirtless. Yay! I mean, why are you... I never understand why people get shit-faced when drinking alcohol. It never makes sense to me. Why would you want to be super woozy and puke everywhere? What's the upside of it? Do people enjoy the blackouts? That sounds terrifying to me. And the best way not to be a bother while you're drinking, Keme, is if you're drinking. Try to stay out of places where you'll regret doing stupid stuff in. Alright, so you do it. We don't know why you do it. That's interesting, Keme. Yeah, I feel like that might be a good theory, Knight. Also, hi, Knight. How you doing? Yeah, that doesn't feel too bad, Merritt. Oh, God. So you ended up in a park 15 miles away after drinking too much because you blacked out. Almost died from hypothermia. Yay, party! Let's party down. That doesn't sound like fun. Why do humans do that to themselves? Okay, so you're an habitual drunk poster, Kemi. Because I do remember you being very annoyingly drunk on my Discord a few times a long time ago. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. I mean, I don't know about you, Alpha, but that sounds terrifying to me. Waking up and going, what the fuck did I do? Yeah, people goading others to drink Alspino is probably the most dangerous thing. Because peer pressure is one of the most effective things to get people drinking. Come on, get a shot with us. You party pooper. And then next thing you know, you're walking down the highway. Once again, your shirt is nowhere to be found. And somehow, you're still wearing your shoes, but your socks have disappeared. How the hell did that happen? What kind of metaphysical feat you've just done? That's fine, Cameron. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. But yeah, so I don't know. Alcohol is always and will be a crutch. Use it to deal with some problems. But sometimes that alcohol consumption can become the problem. So you always have to be very careful. Especially if you have a history of alcoholism in your family. As I said before, I know I'm repeating myself, but I can't stress that enough. You have to be careful. You have to be very, very careful. Trust me, I know about it. Alright, a little out of RP explanation. My father is a functioning alcoholic, so I know all about alcoholism. So when I say these things, I speak from experience, because I had to deal with that my whole life. Not me, but my father. And it's heartbreaking sometimes, that's all. Alright. RP back on. Alright, have a good breakfast, Wondering. Hope you get a yummy meal. Yeah, yours actually stopped drinking. Mine did not. Although, as I said, he's a functional one. So he only drinks enough to prevent the shakes and the withdrawal symptoms. And he never drinks when he's driving or when he's working. So he's still functioning. He retires in a year or two from his work. That's what worries me the most though. Because once he doesn't have the work to keep him anchored, I'm scared of what will happen. No, I don't think you... No, I mean... I know you want to make light of it, Ospino, but I don't think that's appropriate. Yeah, whatever you have to deal with, Keme. You do what you can to deal with it. But as I said, there are things you can do. There are people you can talk to get some type of help for the things in your head to stop being a problem. Sometimes alcohol is not the answer. But whatever you do, you'll have to make the decision for yourself. I will respect your decision, whatever the decision is. Unless it's pouring puppies down the bridge, then in that case I cannot stand by that. Yeah, that's my worry night. That's my worry. And he lives like 3 hours away by car. Well, 2 hours. So, he's not that close by. So if something happens, I'll have a car. I mean, I'll have to ask my brother to drive us there. But yeah, alcoholism sucks. Yeah, multiple times, Ospina. He says it's not a problem. I try convincing him multiple times, but if I push it too much, he gets angry. And I don't need that in my life, to be honest. You can't help someone if they don't want to help themselves. They have to want help first. And he's not at that point. So, if it works for him, I guess that's okay. I'm not gonna be able to stop it. Oh yeah, understatement of the year, Ospina. Understatement of the year. Yeah, it's a common problem, isn't it, Wal? It's a common problem. Which always makes me freak out a bit, is that alcohol is legal, but is much more damaging than pot. You know, marijuana, weed. Weed is legal in most places. I mean, it's not illegal in Canada, but it was legal for the longest time. And I've never met an angry pot smoker. No one overdoses on pot. I mean, I get super paranoid when I use it, so I don't use it myself. But still, it's like, that's funny. Alcohol is a poison, and yet you can buy that at a convenience store. Anyway, just a thought. I mean, weed is also not good in certain cases as well. No, not everyone reacts good to it. I get very anxious and paranoid, so I don't use it. But still. Yeah. And it's possible to overdose on pot. But it's very, 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 very difficult. Well, I mean, I think some places in the US night also has a recreational use. Legal. Like, for example, I think it's legal in California. Nice, Ben. Thank you. Yeah. I like the sleeve. It's really, really cool. It's one of the first tattoos I got when I landed here. The only tattoo I had beforehand was my forehead tattoo, which you can't see with this hairstyle. It's on my forehead. Everything else I got on Earth, you know, to try to fit in more. Alright, you have a good study session, Lawrence. I hope it goes well. Listen to some lo-fi in the background like what I'm listening to. It's gonna help you focus. I remember that one, Elspino. Alcohol is the cause and solution to most of life's problem. Homer Simpson. Back when the Simpsons were still good. That was so long ago. That was so long ago. Well, yeah, so if we can distill anything from this conversation, is that alcohol is not for everyone. And you might not react in a positive way to it. And that's okay. Don't let people force you to drink if you don't want to. or don't like its effect on your body. That's your JeffyBed tip of the day. Yes, I have some little stars on my back. Hold on, I wonder if you can see them. If I turn myself around, hold on, let me check. I'm not sure if I should do that. No, I can't rotate myself easily. Alright, let's see if I can. I'll try something. I'll try something daring. Alright, hold on. What happens if I twist around in space? I turned my chair around. Did it work? Do you guys see the tattoo? Hold on, I know I have it somewhere. Maybe I can show you. Hold on. My hair's in the way. Alright, hold on, I'll go in Blender. Let's just go look at it in Blender, because, you know, why not? It's Thursday chill hours. It's funny, most recently, we never end up playing games on Thursdays, we just chill. Alright, let's see. Hey, Pure, what's up? Alright, so let me open this outfit. So the one I have is, yeah, Sparkle Punch. Alright, here we go. So, hey, welcome back, Super. Alright, let's see if we see it here. Alright, it looks a bit scuffed, but let's take a look. Oh, you almost had it, Ben. It's exclamation point merch. M-E-R-C-H. Alright, so here's the model. The glasses are a bit fucked up, so don't pay attention to it. The more we're going, the more it feels like I'm just gonna chill today. Alright, here we go. So let's move the hair out of the way. There we go. Oh, Godstone. I wonder how scuffed that looked. Alright, so I have star tattoos on my left side, in my back. 7 stars. I have a side tattoo here that goes up my side. I have an under bust tattoo you don't see here. I have a little tattoo here. I have one sleeve here that goes all the way. And I also have a thigh tattoo you cannot see because of the skirt. And I have a little rose here on my ankle. But yeah. So that's it. Alright, let's see how many models I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 models. At first I thought I had like 14 or 16, but turns out I have way more than I thought. That's a lot of fashion. That's a lot of fashion. Hey, Demo-chan, what's up? How can I show this easily? The accidental fashion show. No, well, no. Some of my friends send me assets, and I also look for free assets online. Although I do heavily modify and retexture them, depending. Like for example, I have one tank top that used to be a turtleneck, because I just enjoyed the texture of it. But I'm learning 3D modeling, so my end goal is to eventually have my own virtual fashion line for VTubers that I will be able to sell on Sketchfab or, you know, Boot. So that's my end goal once I'm good enough in 3D modeling. Because I mean, VTubers need fashion. And I love fashion. Alright, let's see. Can I get... Hold on. Is there an easy way to show my stuff? Alright, let me try something. Yeah, I'm not even a little bit surprised by that. Not even a little bit. Yeah, that's a lot of work, Wal. But I'm a bit jealous if you can do that. Alright, let me see. So, how can I get... Maybe if I look in Unity. Yeah, let's try Unity. I think I can probably show them all if I do that. Alright, let's take a little walk through my fashion choices. Alright, give me a sec, it's loading. Oh, thank you, Sven. My human merch is always fun because I love humans, so I like to wear their merchandise. And now you can too, with my lovely human merch store. The link is in the chat because someone asked about it. It's a great way to support me as well, and also get something in return. My favorite is the stickers. They're super cute. Man, this is taking forever to load today. I think my Unity project is getting too big. So we'll be looking at some of my outfits in just a moment. Just so you guys can see. Get an idea. And also get to see the whole outfit. I mean, I have backups, well. I'm glad you like them, Super, because I sure do. Because the thing is, I work in Blender, and then exports to FBX, and then I convert them for VRChat, and then I make a VRM copy for VC Face. Alright, so let's see if I can get a good look here, so... Alright. Alright, thank you for dropping by, Alpha. I do hope you'll come back. I stream 6 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, and on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific, right here on Twitch. And I can be found on all social medias. Yes, even that one. Alright, so let's see. So models. Alright, let me see if I can get a good angle on this. Because I'm not a fan of this. Right, so they're all gonna be T-posing, so get ready for the stuff. So this is the high-waisted one, which is basically leggings and a turtleneck with some fashionable boots and some glasses with an updo. Really classy. And also, it's casual, but yet you can take this color configuration out of the town. I have an alternate model where the shirt is white and the leggings are black, which feels a bit more casual. Which is something I want to mention about fashion, is that sometimes just changing the color can have some pretty impactful differences on the tone of the whole outfit. So that's something fashion can do for you. And then we have the next one, which is Jeffy Comfy, which is a pair of leggings and a little hoodie on top. Relaxing. And some pigtails with a little bow on the top. Simple. And some Converse, of course, because I love Converse shoes. They work in a lot of outfits. They're comfortable. They're a bit hard to put on and take off, but still, I love them. And they come in a lot of different color and patterns. So, it's a nice little comfy outfit. And the glasses are also pretty cute too. Alright, up next we have Jeffy Curly, which is, once again, I love leggings, by the way, if you haven't noticed. Leggings, some a bit more fancy shoes, sneakers, with some shorts, and a human merch top. And curly hair. And a bracelet. Can't forget the glasses either. It's a cool little outfit. It's one of my earlier designs. They're not in order that I made them, but this one is one of my older designs. Right, up next we have Jeffy Autumn. For more autumn look, you have a beanie, a human merch beanie, with a long sleeve turtleneck and some jeans and Converse. Simple. The glasses are a little bit more fancy, but I like how this looks. And the side swept hair on one side is also comfy as well. And some little nail painting, you know, to go with it. Because of course, yeah, alien businessmen wearing spacesuits. Oh my god. Espino. Alright, so that's another one. And if you want something a little bit more space themed, I have my bodysuit. You know, the Federation bodysuit, complimentary bodysuit. So, the suit is simple, not very textured. And it's complemented with a little coat in the back, with a little bit of fur on the top, and a glove on one hand. This one has also some Converse, but they're high tops. So it's a mix of earth and fashion from back home. We don't really have much fashion back home. It's very utilitarian. So I like the creativity of fashion here in comparison. So this is pretty nice. Also, you're noticing I really like these glasses. I have them in a lot of my outfits. So I also have an alternate version of this, without the coat and the glasses, which is a bit more, I mean, I sometimes still wear this if sometimes I go dancing in VR chat, because it's a bit more free-flowing and the coat does not get in the way. How did the alien get a haircut? He clips it. Ew. Yeah, I don't cut my hair because it's dangerous. I would probably bleed out if I did. Alright, so this one is one of my favorites. The pigtail model. Some shorts with a big poofy coat. And a choker with a heart shape. And Megan style round glasses. And little pink tips on my hair. And some white shoes. I really like this model, it's so fucking cute. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. I really enjoy it. Alright, something a little bit more summery is my summer crop top. You can see a little bit of my under bust tattoo here, but not completely. And you can see a little bit more of my forehead tattoo, which is not currently viewable on this outfit. Yeah, you might be waiting a long time, Aspina. Spoiler alert. So this one is basically capri pants / leggings with some flat top heels. You know, wedge shoes. They're nice and make me feel like I'm actually not short, which is awesome. And something about a good pair of form-fitting pants can really put an outfit together. This is one of those. I also have this in alternate color, where the shirt is black and the pants are white. Once again, different mood, different color palettes. The hair on this one is also pretty cute, and I get to use the round glasses again. This was one of my first attempts at rigging dynamic bones on hair myself. I really enjoy how it turned out. Alright, let's show the different color. This is the alternative color palette. As you can see, it's the same, but it changes the whole mood of the outfit. This one feels a bit more clubby, like something you would wear when you go dancing. I also changed the makeup and necklace, you know, to keep things interesting. Alright, this one. This one is casual fashion. A little denim coat with a dress under it. And some slightly elevated shoes. It's a mix of casual and slightly more elegant. And this ponytail is really awesome too. I like it. Really brings the whole outfit together. Well, that's a pretty nice outfit. Yeah, so do I, Aspina. So do I. It's very pretty. Right, up next we have street fashion Jeffy, which is basically high-waisted shorts, Converse high socks, bracelets, and pigtails, but in the front. Braided pigtails. So it's simple. And then you get to see my thigh tattoo. And the rest of my side tattoo here. It goes up to the thigh, so it's a bit more of an urban style. But I like... Yeah, you can see my under bust tattoo here. Hey Action, what's up? Thank you. So that's the other tattoo that you don't really see on a lot of my outfits, because you don't really see that part of my body too often. I also made an alternative version of this with lighter colors and a hat. That changes the whole mood of the outfit. So this looks more like something you would go to the beach with. And this shirt I made myself, by the way. It's very simple. And the weight painting is still a bit scuffed. But I think it works out. No, humans have not been to our planet yet. Not for lack of trying. My parents told me a story once, where there was a stowaway on their ship after one of their trips, and they had to leave him and tell him not to do it again. Because our planet has a lot of radiation. If we don't know someone's there and we can't protect them, they would die from exposure. That would be pretty sucky for them. Yeah, so this is the same outfit, but with the little summery hat. Alright, so this one is a bit more of a, a little bit of a witchy, gothic outfit. But it doesn't look good because I fucked up the weight painting on this one, so the arm connection, when you do these extreme T poses, don't look as good. Well, other than that, you have some nice little heels with a dress and shirt combo, and a little witchy hat. You know, the fashion type of hats. I forgot the name of it, but it's really cute. And some earrings and a little bit of lipstick to round out the look. It works. It works. But I need to go back one day and fix that white painting because it's atrocious. And if you enjoy a little bit more short hair and more casual, this is another look I like to wear in the morning, which is short hair Jeffy. Oversized sweater with a little choker and some sweatpants and some boots. This one's a bit more different than what I normally wear. But I like short hair sometimes. I think it adds to the theme. No shorts. Sweatpants. But yeah, so I had a few different variations of this model with different color shirt and pants. But at one point I had purple stripes and black pants. But I felt like that distracted a bit from the rest of the outfit. But it's a cool model to have. And if you want something a bit more summery, and if you like shorts, like action, this summery look with a side ponytail that reminds you of 80s fashion is the one you're looking for. With a nice little necklace, some shorts, high-waisted shorts. I like high-waisted pants, it really complements my figure. And some simple pink sneakers. Really brings the whole thing together. Then you get to see a little bit more of my forehead tattoo. And I did do the weight painting and rigging for the earrings, so they move, which was pretty fun to do. Also, this was the first model I made with my new 2020 base back in the day. So that was pretty awesome. Yeah, pants are pretty awesome, Kame. I agree. The best pants for comfort are pajama pants. For fashion, however, that's another story. Alright, so now we have Jeffy Casual, which is a low-cut shirt with some bracelets and some leggings with some simple shoes. It's nothing fancy, but there's some pigtails in the back. But this works. It's a very casual model that works in a lot of situations. Because, I mean, who the hell doesn't like a comfy shirt and a comfy pair of leggings? It works for everything. And you can have this in a lot of different colors, depending on your mood. But so far I have this in wine color and black, because this is a good combo. That was worded specifically, I feel like, Kame. Alright, so up next we have something for the sports enthusiasts in the chat. We have Jeffy Sports, a loose hanging tank top and some leggings that are space themed, and some sweatbands for the wrists, and a ponytail, made for a great workout outfit. And also, I use this model with my VR headset when I try to track myself when I play VR games. I just have the headset on top of my head. It's a cool look. I have not imported it in VC Face yet. I'm not sure I will. The tracking's too iffy. But I think I might just keep it in Suva. But yeah, another case of simple outfit. But the human merch shirt puts it all together. Yeah, I'm glad she caught it in time, Kame. But people are still gonna make memes. Also, a little piece of trivia. This is the first outfit I ever made for any of my models. I had 3 different base models. And this is the one in July 2018 I had when I first started. And then everything else came afterwards. So for a simple outfit, I like how this turned out. Over time I modified the leggings. I push the waistline up. I fix the weight painting on the shoulders. And I push the hair out of my face. Because one of my eyes used to be hidden by the hair. But I modified it, so it would not happen anymore. So this is the classical JeffyBed outfit. The one that started it all. And talking about hair before, this hair was made by Miss Agent Fox. The one I'm currently wearing. And the next outfit has hair made by Miss Agent Fox again. This one, my clubbing outfit. So this one is long hair, very long hair. And a short skirt that's a bit poofy. With off the shoulder top with long poofy sleeves. And it's a bit of a crop top, so I have a bra underneath, to prevent the perverts from ruining my day. And you can see my underbust tattoo again. And I really enjoyed this little choker, it's really cute. With a little pentagram. Very witchy. Two aliens dressed as vegetables visited the media today and they said, "We come in peace." Dear God, Ospino. Oh my God, Kame, don't encourage him. So you have very long hair too, Ospino. That's cool. Also, you don't always see that detail, but I have some loop earrings on the side. They get hidden by the hair sometimes. But this is a really nice outfit. The most important part though is the heels. I feel so tall while wearing this. But the problem is, I don't use this one in VR chat because I stuffed it beyond belief. The skirt keeps slipping through with the legs, and my viewpoint is in my chest. I just got too busy and haven't fixed it. But for VTubing it's perfect, because you don't see my skirt all the time. But yeah, it's a really cool outfit. I really like this one. And if you want to see the outfit I was wearing, well, there's the outfit I showed you guys earlier. This is the one I'm currently wearing. Sparkle got Jeffy. In VR chat there's glitter that sparkles on it. But I could not get it working for VRM. What's it called? A sickness that you can give to others and get it back. A Lent pill. Ouch. Oh dear Lord. It's too early for those spuds. Sorry. You know the fastest vegetable is a runner bean. What the hell is a runner bean? What vegetables do sailors hate? Leeks. Well, there's your opportunity, Super. I know you like making a million different Twitter accounts and meme accounts. VTuber yawns. Although it's gonna be very hard to get footage, because not a lot of VTubers have facial tracking yet, although it's coming. Alright. Up next we have alright, so this one I've added some leggings to it because this was my swimsuit model, but I really like the top part of it, so I turned this into an improvised outfit. So I just put some leggings on it, and now it's an outfit. Like I'm going to the gyms in the 80s. I love this hair too, it has a nice little flower on top of it. Flowers. So it's very simple, but it works. Yeah, I mean, not Kame's best work. Yeah, right now. Not Kame's best work. Saw the weirdest thing at the club the other week. There was a root vegetable at the DJ booth. I have to admit, they dropped quite the beat. I just can't. I'll go make myself some lunch. No, it would be funny one of these days if I actually stop the stream after one of these really bad jokes. I'm gonna do it one day. I'm gonna do it. The people will be left wondering what the fuck was that? And I'm gonna laugh. Why don't Eds tell each other jokes? Because they will crack each other up. Oh my god. Alright, moving on. This one was fan requested model. Because of a subathon goal, I had to do a maid cosplay stream, which is not to be confused. Don't confuse that with the maid challenge streams, which I don't do. They're a bit cringe in my opinion. So this is my maid outfit. It's a maid outfit. There's nothing really fashionable about it. It's an outfit, although I do like the hair. It's really cute. You don't really see those type of bangs outside of anime. So I was curious to get it, to see if it worked. No super, no maid challenge. That's a bad idea. Thank you, Spina. But yeah, so if I ever do another subathon, I'll probably bring back the maid stream cosplay challenge. So that could be fun. I was thinking of changing my job to working in fresh produce. Decided not to because the yearly salary wasn't that much more than mine. Hold on, I'm composing myself. Alright, I'm good. No, I said subathon, as in a subathon. You know, as a way to sometimes get some more money and do some embarrassing stuff in exchange, or doing some goals. So that brings in some money so I can pay my bills. And that also gives you guys things to look forward to. Like, for example, I did the Getting Over It rage stream once, because I played that game because of the subathon. And I almost blew a blood vessel. Alright, up next we have my Halloween outfit. If you can guess the inspiration for it, you get bonus points. So this is my Halloween model, which I call Ghost Jeffy. So it's a cut-up model with some creative use of color. So I like how the cut-up pieces still move like it's connected. So that really is one of my best Halloween outfits I ever did. Although the Chun-Li cosplay last year was pretty nice. Hey, welcome back, Sven. Oh yeah, we could do the pun challenge. Damn it, that would be a good subathon goal. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you for the suggestion. Yeah, that would be hell. Yeah. Although, I used to have a very scary face on it, but unfortunately it did not survive the transition to this software. So I don't have it anymore. So I can't use it. It's imported in VRM, but it doesn't have that face. I mean, it has that face, but you can't see it. I wonder if I can show it here. Hold on, let me try. Can I show the... Oh, I don't think it has it. Oh, man. Yeah, no, that sounds like a great way for me to have a mental breakdown, Super. If I ever do a subathon that increases in time, I'll cap it at some point. Because uncapped subathon is a great way to go to the hospital. And the only way that Ludwig was able to do it is because he's a real-life streamer. So he can just keep his webcam on and do stuff. I have too much gear on me, I can't do it. But yeah, alright, let's see. Can I find it? Jiffy Halloween. It's probably in the blank shape somewhere. No, it's not there. Fuck. Yeah, I could try, but the thing, Super, is that if I can't stay up long enough for all the money raised, I'm gonna get in a heap of trouble for false advertising. Alright, let me see if I can find the picture of the scary face. Or even better, a clip of it. I feel like that would probably be the best. Are you guys having a sing-along in the chat? What the fuck's happening? Alright, let's go back to 2020. October. Alright, there we go. Found it. Alright, let's see. So if I cut the music, you also see the old no facial tracking thing. Which is still great, don't get me wrong. It's different, that's all. Come on. Closer. Get close to the screen. Alright, you're close to the screen. Good. Come on. Closer. Time for the old-fashioned freeze frame. That's the face. I can't do it anymore because it's not on the new model. Oh, you recognize some of the names too. And look, there's Agent, there's Otherwise, there's Cypher, there's even Kim. Alright. Yeah, that's a nice model. Although I'm probably gonna make another Halloween costume in the future. But yeah. I think you've seen that one in actual VR though, Hank, so it's a bit more spooky. I'm still glad it works in VR though, so that's a relief. Alright, music back on. So does anyone know what inspired this costume? Uh-oh, Elspino doing some creative mixes right there. No, I think you missed it, Sky. That was last October. I think you were here already. Back then, I feel like you were more active on the Discord rather than the streams. No, Hank. The inspiration is actually from Dead by Daylight, the spirit. The hair on the head is actually from the game. I just modified it to, you know, present less, you know, optimization reasons. But yeah, that was a pretty nice design. Yeah, the design of the spirit in Dead by Daylight is super interesting. Outriders just posted their dev news. Finally. So do I buy Outriders or not? Let's see if the patch notes can interest me. Yeah, I'm glad you were there, Sky. I'm glad you were there. That's when I premiered my new 2020 model. That was great. This was such a fun 12-hour stream because it was also my only subathon I ever did. So I feel like I should probably do another subathon at some point. Alright, let's see. Yeah, we're gonna look at it together, guy. Oh, nice, you're almost there, Super, you're almost there. And then it's only 100 points and then you get military. Alright. Alright, let's take a look. Time for some Outrider news. So, I'm gonna change the title to Outriders while we read this. Alright, hello everyone. We would like to thank everyone in the Outriders community for your patience, support and assistance. Everyone on the Outriders team is continuing to work hard on improving the game and we'd like to share news about the things we are focusing on. Please use the below index to jump to the things you're most interested in. Patch news. We have been continuing to track and post known workarounds for encountered issues in our launch tracking media thread. Our attention, of course, is that the workaround should be necessary, so here's our latest patch news. The first patch. This is our first big patch for the main Outriders game. As of today, the deployment of this patch is scheduled for next week, as we are using this week to identify as many severe issues as possible, fix them, and then thoroughly test the changes across all platforms. Submission to platform holders adds on a little bit of time as well, which is why we're not able to deploy this patch any earlier. We are doing our utmost to deliver you a stable patch as soon as possible, and we are continually looking at ways to bring the patch release days earlier. That's why we are not yet committing to a patch release date, as we may still be able to release the patch before such a date. We will let you know as soon as we have a confirmed release schedule, so please do keep an eye on our social channels and in particular on Twitter. Yeah, you're very, very close, Kame, that's awesome. Hey, Poison, what's up? Yeah, you need to spend less money. Was that convincing? Alright, Kame and Elspino's song battle is still ongoing. Alright, so I'm a bit disappointed because they say the patch is not coming until next week. So that means this is another weekend that's not going to be patched, which is awful because a lot in new games get done on the first 2 weekends. If people can't play, they're just going to move on. So this might be this might hurt them a lot. This might hurt them a lot. I mean, it's a bit of a fun little redeems run, but if you want to save up for the big spending things, it's better to save your money. Because the donations are a little gold plate thing so we can upgrade the mothership. Because it's still a hunk of junk. But yeah, so I feel like they're taking a bit too long to patch the game. But that's the problem with multi-platform games, is that even if the PC patch is ready now, you still have to wait, because it's cross-platform, and Xbox and PlayStation take forever to certify the patches. So that's probably what's stopping them. Alright, first patch notes. Once platforms have been updated on the same patch version, cross-play across platform will become viable again. Overall stability improvements, oh thank God, for the matchmaking service. Crash fixes will fix multiplayer crash that could result in declined players having their inventory wiped. So the big inventory wipe problem will be gone. We'll fix the crash when completing a bad day side quest. We'll fix the crash that occurs when you set your language to Spanish. Yeah, we know. Video game code is a magical thing. Crash on launch issues, and many other random crash fixes. They are confident that this will address the majority of the crashes. They did, Espino. People did not report on them, that's all. Alright, disappearing, that's also a really annoying one. Respawn bugs, that's great. Stuck in geometry, that's also good. And it will change the default matchmaking from open to closed, which will fix the big problem of people joining people that are AFK at their computer. Yeah, AFK lobbies, that was a big problem. And matchmaking times will be much better. And the matchmaking will be improved because they will not be overwhelmed anymore by the sheer volume of constant matchmaking requests generated by open games. And other improvements. And the PC will fix the GPU issues that was causing the game to stutter. And there's another patch coming afterwards. So post-launch support. We currently have a few patches undergoing testing and submission. It is our full intention to release patches across all platforms simultaneously, though this may not always be possible. Below are pre-planned patches, however, as with the demo, we will be carefully monitoring the launch, and it is our full intention to on short notice hotfix any issues that we are able to reproduce and resolve on our side and are deemed severe enough. Issues of lesser severity that we are able to reproduce and resolve will likely be bundled into the bigger post-launch follow-up patch. Okay. Let's see. Controller adjusting is coming in the next patch. Loading time improvements for Xbox One, so that's the one for you, Sky. They're improving loading times. And the most important, improvement to co-op games. But this is not the patch that's coming, that's the one afterwards. And they want to make a cross-play friend list and invite system across all platforms. But that will require a Square Enix members account. Okay, so the next patch will be a big one as well. Hey, Wolf, what's up? Hi, Roger. El Spino and Kame are having a song battle right now. That's what's happening. I know it's confusing, but you know, El Spino and Kame are sometimes confusing people. No offense. Alright, so what's next? Community Appreciation Package. After working on Riders for more than 5 years, we are as disappointed as you that the launch weekend did not go as planned. We ran into connectivity issues, which we have explained in full here. So they go over the connection issues. The post-mortem. Our team worked throughout the Easter weekend and around the clock to resolve the server issues. We completely understand how frustrating this experience will have been, especially given the huge amount of players. We had enough servers still in capacity. Our externally hosted database was seeing issues that only appeared at extreme loads. So this is not the server demand was too much. We were in fact debugging a complex issue with why some rhetoric calls were bringing down an extremely hosted database, which was not a problem during the demo launch. And the database is used to hold on to everyone's gear, legendaries, profile, and progression. So their external host partners fucked up. So that's what happened. So I'm glad you had fun with the new, that was the new Isaac game, isn't it, Wolf? The new DLC. I mean, why are you surprised, Super? I told you the resellers keep buying everything. Okay. So yeah, the external host fucked them. I'm not surprised by that. Alright, so We appreciate the measures of support. We'd like to thank each and every one of you. Beyond just saying it, however, we'd like to confirm that we are working on a small appreciation package for launch window players. We're still working through the exact details, but our attention are as follows. All players who played the Outriders between March 31st and April 11th are eligible. Any players outside the above window, but for whom we will have performed an automatic inventory wipe restoration, are also eligible. Your highest level character will receive a level appropriate legendary weapon, a level appropriate amount of titanium, and the emote frustration, which is otherwise unobtainable at this moment in time. The irony here was not intentional, but is fitting. Nice. Right, inventory wipes. How are they going to address this? Yeah, Avengers really fucked up their launch, haven't they, Roger? Which is sad because a game with such a big IP as the Avengers and Marvel could have been much bigger. It's the second recently released Square Enix game that kinda went wonky. So Square Enix is having some issues. Alright, you have a good one, Ben. Thank you for finding out. Yes. I mean, yeah, they lost a big opportunity right there, Roger, because the first launch weekend and the second one are the big ones. And they will not be. Alright, I think we've got enough of the sing-along, Kame and Ospino. And scene. Okay, so the thing is, they will probably not recover from this big problem because the game had a lot of hype. The game is actually fun when it works. But the server and inventory problems have really shot it in the ass. Alright, good. Thank you, Kame. Alright, restoration. The rate of this bug appearance should be greatly reduced once the upcoming patch has been published. With crash fixes in place, we intend to run a one-off mass restoration. Restoration should take place on a specific day and should be a one-time event. The exact date is TBC, but we're hoping for this to occur in the upcoming week. It's with an S. We'll update you when we have confirmation of date and timings. That's too late. People are gonna stop playing before that. That's not good. That's not good at all. We will only be able to restore the most valuable tiers of item lost, epics and legendaries. We will be unlikely to restore an inventory full of blue gear. The restoration should be additive to your inventory. It should not replace your current inventory. So that means you can still play. Restore items may not have the same stats as the lost items. So why even do it? Note that restoration will not be possible for items that were acquired, but where the game connection was terminated before an autosave could complete. As of items would never have made it into your server inventory or logs. The suspending autosaving is noticeable when the yellow autosave icon stays active for a longer period of time. For any individual restorations that were missed, or occur in the future, we plan to equip our teams to help on an ad hoc basis, so on a needed basis. Yeah, I know, Roger, I know. It's not our first rodeo. Please note that these are intentions that we are providing here for transparency. While we will try our hardest to make things right, we unfortunately cannot make guarantees for the specifics of the above, or the timeline of this, as we may run into technical difficulties that delay our work. The accolades wipe issues is something we're again looking into, whether we can run as part of such restoration, or whether we will need to tackle these cases on a one-on-one basis. Accolades are a more complex piece of data per profile than a piece of equipment, so working through a solution here is taking a little more time. Yeah, that's a disappointing update. Rebalancing. This rebalancing work can be implemented through back-end updates, does not require a patch, and will be run during today's maintenance window. So it's already being changed already. Alright, what's happening? Historian, Bounty Hunt, and Monster Hunt Quest no longer grant legendary items for each subsequent completion, because people were abusing it. Adjusted loot on specific enemies. They were too generous. Alright, Camp Planned expedition time has been adjusted. And boom time as well. Some expeditions seems to be too generous in their required completion times when compared to others. We want to avoid such disproportionate discrepancies, as we believe making all expeditions viable leads to a more diverse and thus more interesting endgame. That's great, that's a great change. Alright, marksman rifles with a 300% crit rate showed up to be dominating multiple crit builds. By making the modifier the same as for a bolt-action rifle, we want to offer players more options when choosing what gun to use. Alright, bullet abilities, that's the big one. Outriders is a nice little looter-shooter game, but it's currently very buggy. Super. It's fun. And if you have the Xbox Game Pass, it's worth a try. It's free on Xbox Game Pass. If it's... I mean, I might buy it, but I don't recommend buying it because I'm a glutton for punishment with these types of games. I just want to believe, you know. But I mean, the game released, though, Roger. It's not a demo no longer. Yeah, a little bit like that, Super. Alright, let's see. So, some things are changing. The main problem with this is that such bullet-based builds require much less investment to maintain top tier. To achieve this, we have made a couple of adjustments for the Trickster and Technomancer classes who benefit the most from their bullet abilities power. It's uncertain as to whether these changes will prove too strong or too weak. Please do consider this to be the first step. Wait, what about the Pyromancer? So they increase the cooldown, which will not fix it because of the mods. Alright, let's see. Some 3 nodes have been reduced. And vulnerable has been reduced. Okay, so, yeah. Let's see, so... vulnerability got reduced. So this also nerfs Spyros and Devastators. Okay. So that's a bit disappointing. Because they started nerfing some things that everyone was using, so that's not good. That's not good. Slightly disappointed. I mean, I don't think they added that part yet. Okay. Alright, multiplayer stability and connection, that's the best, that's the most important one for me. Because I want to play with my friends. So if I can't play with my friends, why even buy this game? Alright, co-op and multiplayer sessions are a separate matter from solo play connectivity. Launching a multiplayer session requires multiple different partners and services. For example, matchmaking and queuing are hosted by one service partner, while the peer-to-peer relay is handled by another. Other components are hosted by other partners. This is a normal setup for multiplayer games, but it is important to mention, because when we attempt to track multiplayer or co-op issues, knowing exactly what issue appears at what point is vital. The upcoming patch should help alleviate crashes in multiplayer as well as improve stability and speed. Because of the complexity of the multiple systems involved, we will continue to improve and iterate upon these systems in order to deliver you a better multiplayer experience. In most cases, this can and has already been done via the backend without patching the game. But it's something we are keeping a close eye on. So yeah, I feel like the peer-to-peer relay is what's causing all that shit. So that's disappointing, because that means they have to they have to bitch slap the provider that's fucking up the service. It's not them, it's someone else. So apparently this is not a problem if you play with your friends on LAN. So if you play with friends over a same network, this would be great. Right, so that's okay, that's not great either. Well, at least now we know what the problems were. Alright. That's all the information. I'm a bit, hold on. Right, I'm a bit disappointed. Because this seems like we will not get any fixes over the weekend. Which is probably the make it or break it part of this. Because that's when all the people are going to be playing it. So the servers are going to probably shit themselves even more. And then people will just either refund the game or not play it again. That's my feel. That's my opinion. Yeah, it's a shame, really. It's a shame. Because this game has a lot of potential. A lot of potential. From what I've played of the Xbox version and the PC demo, it's a lot of fun. The gunplay is weighty, and the sounds and the effects are massive. It feels like a Diablo-inspired Gears of War game, in a way, which is pretty awesome. So I really want to play this, but I'm not sure if I want to buy it yet. Because if there's still the inventory wipe bug, that will not be fixed until next week. I could play the whole weekend, and then I lose connection to the server and I lose all my inventory. I feel like that wouldn't be very worth it. Hey Josh, what's up? How you doing? We were reading the Outrider patch notes and death posts. That's the big one they were promising. So it's a bit of a disappointing thing. I was hoping they would be able to patch the game before the weekend, so I could play with my friends. So I guess I can't. So I guess I will not buy it yet. Or maybe I will anyway. I don't know. I'm a bit of a hard-headed person when it comes to playing games I really enjoy. That's why I powered through Cyberpunk, even though it was buggy. Yeah, that's the problem, Hank. The first 2 weeks are the most important if you want to retain a healthy player base. So having the fix come too late can sometimes be a very big problem. Because that's when everybody's paying attention. Because there's a lot of big games coming up soon. Like, for example, there's the new Resident Evil game coming out. That's gonna distract people again. I mean, I know it will for me, because I really want to play that game. I really enjoyed the last Resident Evil in that first-person style. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see. But I'm looking for a game to play during the weekend, so I might buy it anyway and just play offline. So I don't get my inventory wiped. And then when the game becomes stable again, I'll be able to play with my friends. But then again, most of the fun is to play with friends. And scaling is a bit weird. So I might have to wait a bit. I'll see. I'll see. Alright. Let's see what people are saying. Yes, those people are angry because the expedition's rewards are time-based. Yeah. Yeah, that would be a good thing, Kemi. Right, that's coming. Be patient. Alright, so... Yeah, people are talking about the back end. Oops, sorry. Yeah, so one of the biggest comment here is... Yeah. So they're remaking some mistakes that Anthem, Destiny, and The Division did. Alright, we'll be here when you return, maybe. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna go today. I'm still a bit shell-shocked from my accidental 12-hour stream on Tuesday. Well, I mean, that's the thing, Josh. They've already delayed it once, so they couldn't do it again. I'm guessing Square Enix told the devs to hurry the fuck up. Same thing that happened with Cyberpunk. Eventually you run out of delays you can put on your franchise. So yeah, I feel like this is a lesson people are not learning. And yeah, that's also a good game I'm willing to try, Ospina. I'm waiting for a sale. I'm gonna try maybe grabbing Life is Strange too. That seems like a fun game. Yeah, Square Enix is not a good publisher. I mean, I like games like Final Fantasy XIV and other Final Fantasy games. But as for multiplayer games, Square Enix is kinda sus. No, Espino. Their story is over. They've said it. Maybe they'll make a little guest appearance or maybe not, but I would not hold my breath for that. So yeah. So people are not happy. Because they just nerfed some stuff. And the patch is coming next week. And they made legendary items harder to get. So people always make that mistake instead of nerfing things that, because if one thing is overpowered, why nerf it? Why not bring everything else up? Because that's the biggest problem in those looter shooters, is that at higher levels things start getting really, really bullet spongy. So also nerfing feels bad. Increasing and buffing things feels good. That's my opinion. So that's a big problem. The time decrease on the expeditions made those two largely unable to be golded by the vast majority of builds, further favoring the overpowered builds. So it's like they're not understanding what the actual problem is. Yeah. Well, I think they got a bit, my opinion is that they got distracted by the big streamers clearing content super quickly and tried to nerf that from happening, but that's like the top 0.1%. So they nerfed everybody by accident because of that. I mean, that's good, Super. If someone wants an AMD graphics card, I've always been a GeForce fanboy. Yeah, I mean, I know you're patient, Sky, but you know most gamers these days are not patient. So most people will stop playing this game. Yeah, this punish players who haven't reached the endgame before they can even test builds. Punish players who figure out the most OP builds before even giving the overall player base time to create more builds. You're basically panicking here. Oh. Hey, it's alright. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Yeah, my finger tracking's a bit off today. Hold on, I'll go open the light. I'll be right back. Boop. Alright, give me a sec. It's probably not enjoying the lack of light. There we go. Alright, we're back. Let's see if that works. Nope. Hand tracker is a bit iffy now. I don't know why. But yes, welcome, Zurai. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the most good thing you can do, Josh. You might get it on sale for that. But I'm just a very impatient gamer. I want to play, and I want to play now. Why am I like this? Yeah, so as they said, the changes made some expeditions too hard before most players have gotten to them based on brutal timers. Kill sources for drops that player enjoy running, hunts, with no clear replacement. Still haven't buffed Devastator. And they swing a nerf bat way too early in the game's life cycle. So that makes players possibly... That makes it possible for players to leave. Oh god. Oh shit. Hey, Heavy. Hi, Heavy. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. I am JeffyBed the Alien. Pleased to meet you. I love fashion. I love games. I love humans. Welcome. Yeah, no kidding, Lucas. No kidding. This is like probably The thing with the bigger games that I don't like is that they're very slow to fix shit. So if there's a problem in Call of Duty, for example, you're stuck with it for a long time. Also, hi Ranka. Hey Chaotic, long time no see, how have you been? I've been good, thank you for asking. Outriders is fun. I have it on the Xbox Game Pass. On the Xbox. But I'm strongly considering purchasing it on PC because, you know, I have a better PC. And I like aiming with the mouse and keyboard. So I'm reading the patch notes to see if I should spend my money or not. Well, I mean, that's the thing, Josh. It's not that buggy anymore. It's still kinda buggy. But yes, if you can wait, do like The Witcher 3. That game was buggy as all hell when it first released. And now it's considered one of the gems of gaming. So I'm sure they can turn this into an incredibly awesome game. I mean, I played it on launch week. And it was buggy, yes, but I managed to end the game. Took me about 70 hours. Or was it 50? But still, I had fun. It was a fun game. But if you can afford to wait longer, the game will be probably much better next year. And also you'll probably get it on sale for 50% off. So something to keep in mind. Hey Fen, what's up? Wait. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, that's probably the best comeback story in the whole gaming industry, Lucas. This went from a really, really disappointing, overpromised, under-delivered game, to a really, really great game. There's so much content now. Wait, what just happened? Hold on, I'll take a look in a second. There we go. Battery was getting low on my tracker, so I needed to plug myself in. Alright, there we go. I knew it. I fucking knew it. My god, Fan, you mad lad. Thank you so much for gifting 10 subs. Let's welcome some new Mothership members or returning ones. So let's see. Welcome to Watermelon. Welcome to Kaiser. Welcome back Garano. Welcome Koban. Welcome Yabai. Welcome back Holo Chef. Welcome back Zany Man. Welcome back, no wait, welcome to Fang Inukai. Ah, Fang. He's nice. Welcome to Top Gun Watch. And welcome to Vidit Warrior. Welcome all of you, the Mothership. If you're new, don't forget to grab your complimentary jumpsuit and access key card to the ship. Welcome aboard. Whoops, microphone again. Sorry. And if you're a returning member, don't forget to update your key card to retain access to the ship. Oh, thank you, Sky. Alright, hope you're having a good week so far, friend. Good to see you again. But yeah. So I'm not sure. I really want to play this. But I want to play with my friends, and apparently multiplayer is very, very scuffed right now. What do you think about that, Fen? I mean, that means you work a little bit more, so that means you make more money. But that means you have less free time. What do you mean double us? You mean they made twice as much money? Alright, hold on. And Prater being a bit annoying today, so I'm gonna reset it. Let's see if that works. Yeah, now it works, okay. Doesn't work very well though. I don't think we're actually gonna end up playing anything, Josh. It's funny, Thursday streams don't always end up in no games, but I feel like today will be the case. Oh, there's 2 times more AC techs. I see. That means, well, I mean, I can understand why if we're heading towards summer. There's going to be a lot of technical issues. Which reminds me, I need to buy a new air conditioner. Oh god. But yeah, so if you want me to play a game, that will probably be on Saturday morning stream. So I think for now this will be... Okay, so for now, the dev news things turned out really, really badly. So that's a bit disappointing. Oh well. I'll have to think about if I buy the game or not. Let's go back to just chatting. Oh yeah, the Alien Fire Team, I heard about that. That was kinda neat. But not very good PR for aliens. But still. Yeah. Yeah, you kinda did, Agent. We're nearing the end of it. I feel like I'm probably gonna cut it a little bit shorter today. Because I'm really hungry. And I want to relax a bit. Because I'm still a little bit hungover from my Tuesday almost 12-hour stream. I know. 12 hours is not much. But it is for me. The game is a lot of fun. The bugs. The crossplay bugs. The latency issues while playing multiplayer. That's what kills it for me. Because if you play single player, the game's a blast. But if you play with friends, it's latency out the butt. That's what's causing me pause to buy it for PC. So I might just not play this weekend and just wait. But the problem I have is that I have a 22% rebate that expires in 6 days. So I have to use it. So I have those amount of days to figure out because I don't feel like it's a $80 game. But for $60, that's a price I'm a bit more comfortable paying. So full price now. 22% off, yes. So we'll see. That's my big head scratcher for this weekend. Am I or not going to buy Outriders? Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. So that's me, in a nutshell. Whenever I have to buy a full price game from a AAA dev, I'm always pacing around my apartment going, do I or don't I? Because I've always have a big guilt element tied to spending money. So I have to justify it to my brain before I actually pull the trigger on it. So yeah, that's gonna be a problem. But I prefer to have this problem because it allows me to stop impulse buys before they even show up. Since I take a lot of time to decide to purchase things, I don't fall prey to impulse buys. But that means that sometimes I'll miss the train. While everybody else is playing, when I get in, nobody's playing anymore. I had that problem with the Division 2. I spent too long thinking about buying it, and when I did, everybody else stopped playing. So that kind of was heartbreaking in a way. I don't know, Josh, I don't feel like that's my kind of game. Yeah, that's my problem, Knight, as well. Some of the AAA games don't even last long enough for it to be worth the price of admission. I mean, let's give an example. I can buy a full-priced game. Like, for example, back in the day, I can buy a Gears of War for full price. I spend, what, 6-7 hours playing it. It's done. It's over. I play a little bit multiplayer, then I'm done. I don't get that much worth out of my money. But in the independent game, like for example, the Pain Street Killings, which took me 16 hours to finish. It cost me $8 because it was 60% off on Steam instead of 20. Hell, even at $20, 16 hours of gameplay for $20 is a steal. That's why I say the future of gaming is indie, not AAA. Because they're allowed to take risks. They're allowed to have new and exciting gameplay. Because they don't have to make their money back as much because there is much smaller teams. But I'm still waiting for the day we get a AAA game dev with an independent mindset that shoots for the moon, that takes risks. Because imagine a super big team working on a super big game. That would be awesome. I think that would be the biggest win for gamers everywhere. Anyway, that's my opinion on it. I'm not sure if it will be shared by many people, but that's my take on it. What about you guys? What games do you prefer? Do you prefer AAA games or independent games? Because it's the big question. You get the big graphics, the big budgets. But the gameplay can be not really innovative. It's always about 10 years behind what the indies are doing. So I feel like the best way to enjoy AAA gaming is to wait until it's on sale. I mean, that works for single player games. But for everything multiplayer, you have to buy it near the launch, otherwise people just stop playing it and then you're left with a non-functioning multiplayer game. Alright, so you've been playing a Dark Souls like in space called Hellpoint. Is that an indie game, Knight? It does not ring a bell. So it's like kind of like Remnant from the Ashes. I might need to give that game another try. I played it with my friend Hopeless for a bit. It was fun. Okay, so the story is everything for you, Espino. I feel like that's important. Because it's fun to have adventures in story-rich worlds. Because if the story's not there, sometimes, why do you even play? I mean, sometimes the gameplay can be all the fun. Like, for example, I don't play Path of Exile for the story. I play it for the builds, the gameplay, the loot. Yeah, it's $35 price is indie, right? So if you got it even cheaper, that's even better. I'm sure there's someone over there that plays it for the story, Hank. Yeah, I heard that comment a lot, Elspino. I heard that comment a lot. People say Oblivion has a better story than Skyrim. I guess that's kinda true. But I haven't really done much of Skyrim stories, so I cannot really comment on it. Oh, that's good, Josh. I mean, that depends. I feel like there's different types of game for different people or different occasions. Like if we want to get immersed in a big story-heavy game, there are games for that. If we want to have some multiplayer mindless fun, there are games for that. You can have multiple types of games you enjoy. It's not mutually exclusive. And yes, I know, Media. I got lost in the Skyrim modding rabbit hole for a long time. Although I had to uninstall all of the mods in Skyrim because I wanted to make room for other games. But I'll go back to it at some point. No, I never played that game, Dusk. Never played a Pokemon game, never played a Digimon game. I was the appropriate age when Pokemon was big, but it totally whooshed me. I remember my friends playing the shit out of the old Pokemon games back in the early 2000s. Even the late 1990s. But still, I was not interested in it. The only Pokemon game I ever played was, no wait, that's not true. I played Pokemon Go, but people tell me that doesn't count. And I also played the old Pokemon Snap on Nintendo 64 when it first came out. I rented it from the video store. Remember when that was a thing? Yeah, it's a tough thing to do a hybrid night. I like games that focus. But my favorite types of games are co-op games. I love co-op games. It's fun to play with other people. But it's better to play with friends rather than randos. Yep, rest in peace, Blockbuster. And all the other mom and pop stores. Yeah, that's another big thing for me, Dusk. That's a huge thing for me. Character customization. Character customization and cosmetics. If I can't look fashionable in a game, or like I fit in the game, I don't like it. I like being able to customize my characters. So if a game has sparse character customization, I'm less likely to stay around for long. Yeah, I know, Stone. I bought it. I just need to get some time to install it and actually, make a stream of it, maybe. That would be pretty fun. Hey, welcome back, Kemi. Oh, that's new. I was about to say, how was the Macca's line? Yeah, that was my biggest disappointment as well, Spino. There's so many cute clothes in the game that the civilians are wearing. And we're stuck looking like a murder hobo. Or a corporate sellout. There's no in between. It's really annoying. It's really annoying. And you can't dye the clothing you find. And you can't upgrade it. Unless you spend a gigantic amount of resources. While you could just open a locker and have a better item. But you look like a clown. So I think more games should do things that the MMOs are doing. Like having a glamour system. Where you have one item for the looks. And the other item for the actual stats of it. I feel like that should be a quality of life upgrade into many, many games. That's so much wasted potential. So burger, fries, onion rings, and chicken nuggies. Good choice, Kemi. Good choice. Well, I mean, people don't really wear jeans in Cyberpunk anymore. Anyway, that's irrelevant. But yeah, so, long story short. Good character creators. Good customization option for loot and items and clothing. Great. That goes a great way to make your game even more enjoyable for me. Because everybody knows fashion is endgame. The meme about fashion souls is not a meme for a reason. I mean, it's a meme for a reason, I mean. What are words? What do they mean? Alright, I do hope you watch the VOD and that you find it entertaining, Agent. Thank you for dropping by. I'm always happy to see you. Oh yeah. Yeah. Black Desert Online has a great character creator, but a terrible fashion. Allow me to explain. The outfits in the outfits in Black Desert are super cute. The ones that you have to buy are cute. So the thing is, they know what they're doing. If you don't buy cosmetics for clothing in Black Desert Online, you look like a hobo. You look like a hobo. And these outfits are like $20 to $30 each. So what I did back in the day is when they allowed the outfits to be sold on the marketplace, I farmed like a maniac on my sorceress, and I bought a ton of outfits. So it's like, hey, why is your gear so low? I spent it all on fashion. Whoops. I spent it all on fashion. And I did the right thing, because they just increased the price a few times over the years. So now that when someone sells the outfit on the store, it's much more expensive now. Much more expensive. But back when I did it, I managed to get over 10 different outfits. No money. Or no money whatsoever. Only in-game money. So that was a great get. But the problem is those outfits are only on one class. So my other main, my Dark Knight, only has 2 or 3 outfits. So by the time I made my alt, the outfits were getting a bit too expensive. Not only that, they were now getting sold out even faster. Because people figured out the jig is up. So now if you want the in-game outfit with in-game money, you have to pay like 5 times what the usual price was. And you have to compete with a ton of people. So competing for outbidding people back in the day was much easier. Now it's like, good luck. Good luck getting anything. Yeah, 20 is not so bad. If it comes with the whole outfit and the weapons. But it's borderline. It's borderline. Considering, I mean, the game is free. But it's not really free because you really need the value pack to get enough weight on your character and enough inventory spaces to do practically anything, and also to unlock the dyes, because you can't color your outfits unless you've got the value pack. And I mean, some of the outfits have nice colors by default, but I want to be able to dye my stuff. And the dye system in this game is incredibly expensive. Expensive and expansive, because there's so many different colors. And you can turn things into metal, or leather, or cloth, even if it's not made to look like that. You can have leather shoulder pads that were initially metal. Or you can have a skirt that was cloth into metal. So it's an interesting dye system. I just wish that you were not forced to pay a monthly fee to unlock it. Yeah, but the auction system in Black Desert is really bad, Kame. Because you have to refresh to get a chance to bid on it. And then you have to make sure you have the best price. So it's annoying. It's annoying. Well, I mean, you can wear different pieces to mix and match different outfits together. But they don't all look good together. That's the thing you can do in video, that's it. And certain, you also lose out on the XP bonus if you don't have the full outfit. Although I think that they might have fixed that after I stopped playing, because I haven't played that game in like 2 years. So I could not tell you. I could not tell you. Anyway. Whew. Sorry. I mean, if you wear a cosmetic on top of the chest piece that doesn't have that coat, that will go away. But you have to get that piece of cosmetic. I can imagine. I can imagine. Yeah, the thing with having a player-driven economy in that way is that you compete with everybody else on the same market. So sometimes when something alluring is sold, the price rockets up, which is why BDO has a good place. They fix the price a bit. So you don't start paying $1 million fucking bucks for something. But the thing is, the way they do it is in a certain... the way they do it is really weird. So you have to almost refresh the auction house and try to make a bid. So it's not ideal, but it's better than the alternative. Anyway, I feel like that's a conversation for another time. Because I think I think I'm done for the day. Yeah. I think I'm done for the day. Alright, so who am I sending you guys over to? Oh yeah, no kidding, Keme, no kidding. That's what we call hyperinflation. Alright, Twitch is currently talking about the new off-service policy. That's cool. Alright, so we're gonna be sending you guys over to... Alright, let's see. This one isn't my recommended. I don't know them very well. They're called Little Miss Tina. They're making some very cute art. So, Twitch recommendation. Let's try someone I'm not familiar with yet. That might be funny. Although, I'm not sure... Wait. No, hold on. They're German, so they're not speaking English right now in the stream. Well, damn. Alright, so if you want to watch more streams, just stick around for a little bit longer. I'm going to send you guys over to someone.
Yes, please do. If there's,
Nope. Mute this, please. Alright, let's see. Who do you recommend me? Whoop. Now I'm even more down. Alright, let's see. So I can probably send you guys over to... No, my seat keeps going down because I have no control over it anymore. And I know that if I try to replace it, I'm just going to sink down into the floor even more. Alright, let's see. Who can I... Alright, let's check some of my teammates. I mean, I might as well. I think I'm gonna go say hi to Orgama. I haven't raided her in a while. So, she's trying out snacks. So if you don't like eating and crunching sounds, you might want to tune out for that part. Alright, so thanks again for watching. If you have enjoyed today's show, don't forget to follow me on Twitch. It's the best way to keep up with me. And if you want more alien content in your life, I recommend following me on other social medias. So, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. And also our YouTube exclusive content channel. You can get some YouTube exclusive stuff, like me doing the 50-50 challenge. That was incredibly gross. And there's also my Patreon, if you want to support me in a more meaningful way. And also have little bonuses in exchange, like early access to comics and outfit previews, as well as weekly vlogs and monkey desktops. Anyway, that's it. I'll see you tomorrow night for Alien Community Night. Don't forget to submit a video before I close the channel on our Discord server. The link is also in the chat at the moment. Alright, so you all have a lovely day. I'll see you tomorrow night. And until then, remember, tomorrow is a new day. Anything is possible. Take care, and see you soon. Alright, roll the credits. I'm gonna go get some dinner. I mean lunch. Alright, let's go. Let's go say hi to our gamma. I wonder if her stomach is feeling better. I think she had food poisoning at some point. Alright, let's go. I'll see you on the other side. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon.